And welcome everybody. We're here with Tree Pirates Pink. Everybody minus Palm. Hope that he can jump in, maybe even during the stream. But for now, we've got Adam, we've got Jordan, we've got Juicy, we've got Cordred. And they're going to give you your opinions on this challengers bracket. Obviously, this team is Tree Pirates Pink, so don't be surprised if you find them in the championship bracket. If you don't like it, show up to the major, do something about it. That's all I can say. We'll start off here on our first match. We've got Bromance and Cosmic Blitz. Bromance, Braden, Justin Sane, and Spurs, Chris Paul. Cosmic Blitz, of course, with Jerry, Aka, and Worthy as their starters. We'll start with you, Adam. What do you think about this matchup?
Honestly, I feel like Cosmic, they're kind of in a rough spot right now. They said that they'll get it together, and I know Akka said a lot of thing with ping and stuff, but I think I'll probably give it to Bromance. It's best of five, right?
Best of five, yeah, for this first round.
Best of five. I'll probably give it to Bromance, and I'll say five, honestly.
Even a five, so 3-2. Does anybody take issue with that?
No.
I
Nope,
saw the
sounds
lean back,
perfect.
Jordan.
It's, I mean, I'm just more so the leaning back in agreement because I think it's sad, man. I don't want to throw shade in here, but you know, Cosmic Blitz on their day, they can take a game, take the game to anybody, but it hasn't been their day for 2 months. So I'm pretty sure a surging bromance is gonna take this. It could get close, but I think I favor bromance 3-2. I agree with Adam, man.
Bromance 3-2. Bromance 3-2 across the board. We're taking
Yeah.
Bromance 3-2 across the
3-2.
board. Actually, I think I said Cosmic Blitz there. We'll set Bromance 3-2. On to our next match, we have the homies, our org, the org that they're our friends, but they're also one of our close rivals. We always meet them every time. They're always right on our tail. Agni Kai, facing off against North Point, AKG, of course, with Oni replacing Yurt for the split. Shy, Freaky, Earn on the bench, and then North Point coming in with Colsino, Fears, and Tenzo. North Point absolutely running the Saturday division. They've been cleaning up shop over there. Let's go with Jor. Jor, what do you think about this Agni Kai North Point matchup?
Okay. Hot take. Hot take.
Okay.
I understand fully that North Point has looked very good in the Saturday group, but I also think that Saturday is a group full of mediocre to weak teams that make people look good. To be honest, so I think that even though Agni Kai have not been doing well lately, same way as Cosmic Blitz, I do think that if they show up and play the way they do, I think it might expose North Point, and we might see the true golfing class between Saturday and Sunday. North Point could prove me wrong, but I'm thinking 3-2 Agni Kai.
3-2 Agni Kai. All right. What you think, boys?
Bro's got that Giga Chad meme. weakest Sunday team versus strongest Saturday team. Just like some skinny guy for Saturday.
Anybody take issue with this?
I would like to see Agni Kai in the bracket.
Okay.
Yeah.
3-2 is kind of exaggeration because I really haven't seen North Point play, but I'm going to take Jordan's word for it. But if Agni Kai does show up to play, I see a 3-1 instead of 3-2.
Okay. 3-2, 3-1. Adam, what's your thoughts? You like the scorecard here?
I think it works honestly because we scrimmed them, and I know that's us, and our playstyle was probably different than it's different than Agni Kai, but I feel like they were kind of close, but also it it was you and Jordan and me when we played it, and that was a month ago, so it might change, but I'm fine with Agni Kai taking it honestly.
Okay. Cord 3-2,
But see,
3-1.
the thing about it is
I think it's fine where it's at. The only thing I have to go off with this team is they didn't have their starting lineup, and they had to go against our academy team who had their full lineup, and they still ended up losing. Our academy team still ended up losing, so
Right.
they seem like they can hold their own and they can kind of fight back. So 3-2 is fine.
For majority, we'll take 3-2. Jordan, finish your point.
what I was gonna say is that I agree with you, but Academy has been in a winning position against North Point and kind of messed it up for themselves with their own decisions, right? I mean, North Point have looked good, but the thing about it is I feel like they might have the sort of play style where a team like Agnikai can just run them over. Even I think Brooklyn is a more organized team, but Agnikai has a knack for just overwhelming people even if they're organized too. So we'll see.
True. We'll stick with the 3-2 for now at a majority. Hoodie saying 3-1. If it ends up being 3-1, then he can laugh at everybody and say he was right. On our next match, Synchronize and our little baby brothers, the Tree Pirates Academy. We say that jokingly, of course. Those are the homies. Kind of a team we threw together just for the sake of doing so. Synchronize coming in with Sweets, Ken K, and Bean Chalupa. And then Academy. Of course, with our guys, Cannon Fire, Difta, Nuggy, Mike and Jack also on that roster. All guys from our org. Cord, what do you think, man? Synchronizing an Academy, because you've seen a little bit of Academy gameplay. What are your thoughts here?
Well, after playing Sync for I believe the last 2 weekends, they definitely can punch back compared to the other teams, but that's just from my perspective. I don't know about my teammates here, but I would like to see TPA in semis, so I'm gonna have to go with them, and I have utmost confidence for them, so I'm gonna say 3-1.
Wow. Okay. 3-1. Anyone take issue with that?
I do.
What you got?
I do. Yeah, I think Academy. Of course, I understand everybody who's on that team. You know, I've helped them behind the scenes with giving them some advice. I think that they're a great team who has a lot of potential to improve. I think that they're all very, very talented. Synchronized 3-1. They're
Mm.
not ready for. Again, it's the same logic with the North Point Agnikai thing. I think that Saturday makes teams look better than they actually are. I think Synchronized is a tough team, dude. I don't think they're quite dangerous enough to like be a problem, but they are good enough to run over, I think, even the best Saturday teams on their best day, or at least give them a good game. So I think Synchronized might catch them by surprise, 3-1.
Okay, we got two guys saying 3-1 either way. Hoodie, what you think?
Honestly, it's torn. Like we scrim Tree Pirates Academy all the time, and usually they can't keep up. It's no shade. They're dope people, but I do have to agree with Jordan. There is a major skill difference in Saturday and Sunday, so I see Synchronized taking it 3-1.
All right, and Adam, agree or disagree?
I agree with Synchronized winning that. I think for Academy, like just casting them, they need someone to step up on offense because it seems like they can all score, but no one steps up and leads that. And so I think they need to figure that out to have a chance. But yeah, Synchronized take that in 4.
Yeah, I agree. And I said at the beginning of the video that I wouldn't really add anything, but I will say this one small point. I do agree with that, but I think the moment that Academy finds that person to step up and be the guy who leads the show, I don't know who it is, but when someone steps up and starts leading the show, I think that team becomes an even bigger problem than they are right now. We always talk about the ceiling. I think their ceiling comes when they find their star guy, and I think it can be someone on that roster right now. The team just started. These guys have never played with each other. I think they could figure it out, but some guys got to lead the charge. Moving on to our fourth match. Here we've got the
Move on. We skip this one. Go
Necro
ahead.
Necro Death Knights and Tree Pirates Pink. I mean, do they get a game, guys?
No.
Seems like everybody's in
Throw
agreement.
him a bone. Throw him a bone. You never know.
Throw a bone?
We never played him before. That unknown that we're going into can catch us by surprise sometimes. Best of 5 is
You
very
haven't played them?
volatile. Things happen fast.
That's Sim,
Yeah.
Ghosty, and Chase.
Yeah, we played them.
Yeah, have you played them? You have.
Maybe it was Academy. Somebody played against these guys. I think it was Academy. I watched them play against this
He's
team.
a solid player, though. We've been playing against him for a long time. He can lead that team to some success, not against us, but they're okay. They can take some game. Give him one.
Throw him one.
Yeah.
Adam says no. Adam says don't even throw him a game. He says it's a 3-0 closeout.
Okay, let me. So I casted with following this was in their last series Saturday. They were peaking out of their mind. I'm not gonna lie. These passes, I literally said this is the best team in the league right here. Honestly, I think they wasted that last Saturday or this past Saturday, and I think this Saturday we're just gonna come in hot, and they're not gonna be ready for it.
Okay. I mean, hey, that sounds like a close and shut case to me. Moving down the lowers, Cosmic Blitz and North Point. Hoodie, have we gone to you yet? I think we went to you on the last one. No,
I don't
No,
know.
you went to me last one.
on the last one. All right, and Hoodie, tell me, man. Cosmic Blitz and North Point. What's the word?
I think Cosmic Blitz is just this situation. They last major they made it pretty far. They know the stakes. I think they figured they know how to play this game pretty decently. But
Right.
I think North Point's a new team, right? Am I wrong?
North Point. That's Cole, Fears, and Tenzo. Are they?
New in the sense that they're new to the league.
I think they were
Yeah.
established in Split 2.
But Cosmic Bliss has been in this situation longer than North Point, so I see Cosmic Bliss taking it 3-2.
Okay, 3-2. Adam, what'd you think?
Yeah, honestly, I want North Point to win this. Maybe Cosmic actually gets something together here. I don't know. I could see them taking, like, anyone honestly taking in 5, so I'm kind of indifferent, to be honest.
All right. Anybody got any queries to 3-2 Cosmic Blitz?
I mean, Cosmic Blitz has like one of the higher ceilings in the league, and they also have one of the lowest floors imaginable. And it's just a matter of what Cosmic Blitz is going to show up. Now, you have to think about the context of what's happening here, right? Because if this is a first round best of 5 lower bracket, that means that Cosmic Blitz has taken a loss earlier in the same day. And I don't think their mental was able to handle something like that and being able to bounce back. So I think that actually, even though I favor Cosmic Blitz in general, I think North Point will win this particular game if this happens.
Okay, Cord, what do you think? You're the tiebreaker here. Who do you like?
See, my first thought is it's very dependent if Jerry is eating or not. Because I just remember there's a series. It was just in the majors. He was just eating, just watching his team just lose.
So
So-
let's say that Jerry's not eating.
If he's not eating, I would like to see mostly Sunday again in top. But like I said, they didn't even have. I don't know. I haven't seen much of this North Point team. I'll be honest. I gotta give it to Cosmic.
Cosmic, we'll take Cosmic 3-2. That will knock North Point out very early, which would be very surprising to the league. Maybe not to us, based on our opinions, but North Point being the leading team in Saturday right now. But hey, Saturday's king, at least around here, so we'll see how that shakes out. Moving down to the lowers, our Academy boys against the Necro Death Knights. Adam, what'd you think?
Okay. I say I feel like the boys, so they've played them what week is this? They played this the 15th of March. That must have been like first week. I think yeah. So first week they sweep them. Do they even play them again?
Well, Academy and NDK.
Oh no, they didn't. So they only played
No.
them once and they swept them the first time. I think it's gonna be a little closer. I'll probably say they get it. Academy gets it in 3-1.
3-1. Okay. Jory, what you think?
Nothing here. I think Academy, even if Sim is there, I think Academy wins 3-1. I think this is a relatively simple game for them if it happens this way.
All right. For the sake of time, we'll take a 3-1. Seems like everybody's generally of the same mind. We don't know enough about the team, but we know enough about Academy to know that they'll probably win. Plus, they have previous history to back that up. Moving back up to the uppers, Bromance and Agony Kai. Jordan, what do you think?
It's interesting because now I'm looking at the results that we've talked about before, and I'm like, is Agni Kai really gonna get here? It just feels weird to say Agni Kai will be here, but if they do, man, again, it's the same problem with all of these teams. Have high ceilings and low floors. If the Agni Kai we know shows up, I think they lose to Bromance. Actually, I talked myself out of it. I think Bromance is better at being dumb. Did I say this in video? I think they're better at playing the way that Agni Kai do than Agni Kai is with their current roster. So Bromance 4-3.
4-3. 4-3. Talk to me, Hoodie. What do you think?
Well, yeah, we all Agni Kai's are homies still, but if they do show up like they showed up last Sunday, I feel like they don't take a game to bromance because last Sunday I was watching Agni Kai play. They looked absolutely horrible. So I'm sticking with 4-2 bromance.
Okay, sticking to 4-2. Adam, Cord, any adjustments? Adam says no. Cord says we're happy
Trying to
with
look
it.
Yeah.
We'll say 4-3. Agni Kai puts up a fight, but bromance take it home. Knocking Agni down to the lowers. Then we have our synchronized versus our premier pink team. Boys, what is the score?
You know, that silence we had for a second, I think says a lot.
Because we
It's
did
interesting because we're coming off of like one of our worst weekends ever.
Yeah.
And it happened to be that Synchronized was one of the ones that we had a terrible game against. And while I think a lot of that is on us, you'd have to be good enough to take games off of us and good enough to catch us on a bad day and almost win, which they almost did. I think that Synchronized has a talented roster and they're strong enough to beat us if we show up and we're not playing well. I don't see us carrying the form from last Sunday of the qualifier into this, especially this far into the major. I think we win 4-2 or 4-3. I can go either one on that one.
All right.
So it's not as big of it's not as straightforward as I'd like for it to be, though. To be honest.
Okay. Any thoughts, boys? Adjustment of the score, adjustment to thoughts on that process.
Honestly, I'd like to give him just one bone, me personally, because I'm looking for revenge after that last series.
Okay.
But I feel like 2 might just be more realistic. So I think 4-2 is just where it should stand.
Okay. Cord, Hoodie.
I don't think we have the mental capacity to go to game 7, so I'm here with Adam.
Okay.
2 is more realistic than 3.
There you go. Hoodie, what you think? 4-2?
2 is more realistic, but I kind of want 0.
Right. Well, we'll stick with the 4-2 for right now. Moving back down to lowers, we just knocked this team down here. They're going to face off against Cosmic Blitz. Synchronize and Cosmic Blitz. Hoodie, what do you think?
I just don't think Cosmic Blitz can keep up with Sync.
Okay.
Sync is a much freaking better team, so I kind of see it going 4-1.
Wow. Okay. 4-1
Wait,
over
can I chime
Cosmic.
in immediately?
Yeah. What's up?
I agree with the result. I disagree with the reasoning. I think that Cosmic is a better, more structured team than them, but it's a rock paper scissors game. I think Sync is the type of team that walks all over the type of stuff that Cosmic does. So still 4-1, 4-2.
Okay. Cord, Adam, thoughts? No thoughts, Adam. What do you think?
So the only time they actually played that wasn't Sync forfeiting, Sync rolled them in 3-0, which I think that was one of the weeks that Cosmic was doing bad, which they've done a lot. But yeah, I think Cosmic in a best of 7, I think they get maybe one game.
Okay. Then we'll stick 4-1. Cosmic Blitz, the by record second best team in Sunday, going out early, perhaps due to their bad streak currently. Moving on to the very bottom, man, a match between two friends, man. We've got our academy team; those are our babies, versus Agni Kai, who are the homies, man. Cord, what do you think? Agni Kai and TPA. Which, by the way, I confirmed because I asked the other day. I thought maybe TPA had scrimmed Agni Kai because I was looking for a little data. Apparently, these two teams have never played against each other, not even in scrims. So there's no data. This is just pure conjecture.
Oh no. Oh, let me check back the schedule here. Let's see. So Agni Kai went to game 5 with Cosmic here, and then Tree Pirates ended up losing to North Point 3-1, and no thing with Bromance. They got a forfeit here. Shot in the dark See, I feel like every time we do like a close one, I mean, it is a toss, and it's a coin toss.
It feels like a coin toss to me as well.
Uh, if Agni Kai doesn't get like a stray, like no freaky week,
Let's assume they have all players available, both teams.
oh, so it's both starting lineups.
Mhm.
I would, in my mind, I would give Agni Kai
Okay.
the 4-3.
4-3. Okay, down to a game 7. Thoughts, fellow TPP.
Adam's all like, no, no, those guys
Yeah.
are bad.
No, I would say since they haven't played Agni Kai, I think the playstyle of Agni Kai is so goofy that they'll probably lose it, or Agni Kai will win it in 6, maybe
6.
5.
Okay.
But I will probably say 6, just because they've never played, and I think it's gonna be an adjustment for our academy team.
Jordan,
I
what do you
want to
think?
chime in immediately. I want to double back on that. Is my exact reason. That's part of the reason why I think Anakai will beat North Point. Because I think North Point going out so early. This is kind of off topic. I
Right.
think North Point going out so early is a crazy thing to say, but it's only if you don't understand what teams like Anakai are. The thing about Sunday is that there are teams that they don't just play solid Rocket League. They have a certain structure. Whether it's good or not, they have a thing they're trying to do. And Anakai just does a thing where if you are not ready for it, if you've not seen it before, you can get overwhelmed. And that's going to be North Point's first time seeing Anakai. This is going to be TPA's theoretically their first time seeing Anakai. They're not ready for that first time. If Anakai do it well and they show up and play the way they do well, they're not ready for it. TPA will lose 4-2, I think, if this happens.
Okay, and before I ask Hoodie, I do want to mention something I thought about only while we were just talking about this. To say that TPA hasn't seen Agni Kai, I don't know if that's actually true. I'm thinking back to the past few seasons, Cannon playing with Brovos when they faced off against a similar team, Difta playing with Dark Matter when they faced off against a similar team. Because I mean, Agni Kai is just the reincarnation of the same team 3 seasons past, right? I I can't say that they haven't seen this playstyle before. Now, have they seen it together cohesively with their team? Absolutely, because I agree. It would be the structure of Academy versus the chaos of Agni Kai. That is where the matchup happens. But I can't say that everybody on that team hasn't felt that pressure before. Hoodie. Actually, really quick. Once again, I just noticed. Jordan, can you show off that Tree Pirates jersey in the camera real quick? That is our that's our jersey from our mini hoop season. Our Tree Pirates team got to second place. Unfortunately, lost in the championship, but they did get second place in the mini hoops league season. A huge achievement. I was also on one of those teams, and we've got like 5 of those. I thought about just giving them away. Maybe we'll do like a giveaway or something like that. But I've got 4 or 5 of those jerseys. I would love to do maybe a giveaway at some point and hand those out because I love those jerseys. Hoodie. Final thoughts on Agni Kai and TPA.
I'm kind of torn because Cannon has seen this team before, and if Cannon plays it correctly, he could rally TPA and say, "Hey, this is what we have to do to beat this team." But I think with what somebody said, Agni Kai's playstyle is just freaking weird as hell. So I do see 4-2. But if Cannon plays his cards right, they could pull something out of their ass.
Copy. We'll stick with the 4-2. Agni Kai moving on. TPA going out in that lower. As we move back up to the top, the last 2 remaining teams of the upper, Bromance and Tree Pirates Pink. I think we are on Cordred. Cordred, talk to me. Bromance and Tree Pirates Pink.
So I think they only get one game. I think they only get one game. We are locked for that finals game. I don't think we go to a bracket reset.
Okay.
Synonymous to Major 1.
Copy. Well, this isn't exactly the finals because the lowers still have to go through. This is we'll play this match
Oh,
and then
gotcha.
afterwards we'll have the finals. Does that change your answer at all?
No.
Okay. Still 4-1. Adam, what do you think? How many games does Bromance get?
Honestly, think none.
Wow. 0. Jordan, how many games does Bromance get?
Sorry, say it again?
How
I
many
was
games?
cutting out a little bit.
How many games does Bromance get?
A fat 0.
Fat double 2
And
zeros.
I know our bracket's been kind of wild to this point, but I would love this scenario. There's no way.
Okay.
There's just no way.
Okay. I didn't mean to cut you
I'm
off,
not
Adam.
looking
Were you
for
gonna expound on
Oh no,
what you
you're
said?
good. So originally I was gonna be on the team for season 4 because I played with Braden before,
Mhm.
and I feel like there's so much like hype surrounding this team. Even though I love the guys over there, I feel like we can just. I feel like we can just obliterate. To be honest, I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Hoodie, what do you think? 4-0, 4-1, 4-2?
I want to agree with Cord, but at the same time, it depends on how we show up to play also. Because if we're feeling off, Bromans could catch us by surprise. So I'm kind of agree with Cord on 4-1.
Okay. 4-1. I'll be the deciding factor. We'll stick with 4-1. Move on to our next one. Move back down. The only 2 remaining teams in the bottom will be joined by Bromance here in a moment. We have Synchronize and Agni Kai. Who makes it out alive? Adam, lead us off.
Am I wrong to like want Agni Kai for this? I've just like thinking of the teams. I feel like Synchronize have. Wait, let me look at stats actually. Okay, so have they played? That's the main question. Okay, so forfeit win, love that. Did they ever play again? Have they even seen each other? They've maybe scrimmed each other, but I honestly, okay, I feel like Sync take that in 7. Honestly,
Okay. We'll take Sync 4-3. Jordan, follow up.
I think that this scenario that we've concocted here is based off of Agni Kai getting fortunate with the matchups and how things go rather than the actual quality, and I think Sync is a better team than them. I think they even do Agni Kai things better and smarter than Agni Kai. I think that's in 7 Sync.
Okay. Hoodie, thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up.
I don't
Cord,
see Agni Kai going up.
thumbs up, thumbs down.
It
All
wasn't
right.
in frame.
We'll take Sync over Agni Kai. Game 7, banger to a wire. Moving on to the last 2 remaining teams to face off before they get to us. Bromance and Synchronize. Jordan, who is going to see us in the finals?
Synchronize almost certainly.
Okay.
4-2.
Hmm.
Synchronize does Bromance better than Bromance does.
Okay. Copy that. Hoodie, what do you think?
I agree. I see Sync meeting us up there.
Okay.
Sync
Cord,
is just a better team than Bromance.
what do you think, Cord?
Just like we're so distraught after going to game 5 with them last week and that they're coming to meet us in the finals. Oh yeah, I think 4-2 is reasonable.
4-2. Adam, what you think?
4-2's fine.
4-2's fine. And Sweets, flip reset off the top. Bang! Bromance out in game 6.
Oh,
Comes speeding into the championship match between our premier Tree Pirates pink team. On the way, well, at this point, if all goes accordingly, we will have broken 2 league records up to this point. Tree Pirates pink and Synchronized. We're going to go one by one here. Hoodie, I'm going to start out with you. What is the score against Sync in the championship?
4-0.
4-0. Hoodie said damn straight. 4-0. Get out
Get
of
it over with.
town.
Get it over
Cord,
with.
what do you think?
We got them figured out at this point. 4-0.
4-0. There's 2. Adam, talk to me. What's the score?
I'll give them 1 because we might have a battle bus moment again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Um,
RC Mythic Battle Buzz.
Adam, queuing in with the battle bus. Game 1. Moving in. Jordan, the last pick of the day. What do you think?
Oh, Sweets with the flip reset. To take it so narrowly in that game. That game 6 to fight, send them off into the upper finals to get smacked by us. There's no way that we can watch these guys and watch them for a whole series, watch them struggle, or at least have a fair fight against Bromance and have us not a game plan for them at this point. There's no way that they go through the lower bracket with us watching them on the day and we come into that shit prepared. I curse, sorry. We come into that shit prepared. I'm saying it again. We come into that shit prepared. We fucking win. It's a sweep.
A
Easy.
sweep.
Whip that out if you need to. I don't give a fuck. 4-0. Easy. Bye-bye.
4-0.
Fucking some type of Carmen Core shit.
And well, the team has spoken. Outside of Adam playing the battle bus, we have Pink sweeping Synchronized 4-0 in the finals, capturing the second Major 2 banner. Right here at the 30-minute mark, went a little over what we wanted, but I'm still happy with that. I can live with that. Adam, any last thoughts?
Not really. I'm excited for this and excited, honestly, for champs. I would say to win.
Copy that. Cord, any last thoughts?
No, I'll see you guys there.
Hoodie, any last thoughts?
See y'all there.
Jordan, finish us off.
No way.
Wow.
Yeah,
All
really
three.
you messed up my my window.
Any
thing.
thoughts, Palm?
Thoughts? Any
Bro,
any
My
thoughts?
bad. My bad.
No. Look. You
Dang.
can fix this whole video for me. Palm, who's gonna win the major?
Mm. Is this for? Is it okay? Hold on. Be a little bit more specific for me. Are we talking about RCS? Or are we talking about Rocket Rivals?
We're talking about
Okay.
challengers and
Okay.
rocket rivals.
Okay. Ooh. Who else? Yes.
Who else? And we're out of here, ladies and gents. We will see you at Major 2. Appreciate everybody for watching so far. And if you don't like the predictions, pull up and do something about it. See you later.